Hello everyone, Ron and Dave here coming to you from our website, astrologynewsreport.com.
Now we look at the upcoming planetary patterns and predictions, what's in store in the heavens for August 26th through September 2nd and beyond.
There are no major changes in the heavens this coming week, but the already formed aspects between planets are coming into more exactitude, and this tends to focus and intensify the combined planetary energies to produce events.
So Mercury is in Leo. Mercury, who is in Leo, will be exactly opposite to Neptune on Sunday, August 25th. And the Sun, in its own sign of Leo, will be directly opposite to Neptune on Monday, August 26th.
Yes, Mercury, the planet of reasons and decisions, is in Leo, the sign of leaders and governments. The Sun also represents leaders and governments. Mercury and the Sun will both be opposite Neptune, the planet of dreams, which is transiting in Aquarius, the sign of social conscience and humanitarian feelings. But since Neptune is pretty much a non-rational planet, due to its connection to the world of dreams and fantasies, you can't expect its influence on Mercury to be helpful to the planet of the rational mind and discriminating intellect.
If I may, Ron, this present setup you've just described indicates that governments, while giving the social idealists more reasons to call for change, are simultaneously flummoxed as to how best to proceed during crisis after crisis. This week's example is the inability of world leaders to come up with an appropriate response to the horror show in Syria.
Yeah. Venus and Uranus are exactly opposite each other today, Monday, August 26th. Venus is in Virgo. Uranus is in Pisces, each at nearly 18 degrees of their respective signs. Venus is in its sign of debilitation, making it vulnerable to Uranus, the planet of rebellion. Sudden, unexpected events and eccentric behavior are some of Uranus's repertoire. The significations of Venus continue to be at risk this week. Changes in value, one of Venus's significations, equals volatility in the financial markets. Unexpected events in the entertainment sector are involving celebrities, such as we've already seen this past week, and disruption in the pleasures department. Also, Venus's agreement, so finding agreements more problematical.
Let's check in with the Saturn-Rahu conjunction in Libra. Saturn and Rahu are now even closer together. By the end of this week, they will be within less than 3 degrees apart. Meanwhile, Mars is getting ever closer to being exactly square to the Saturn-Rahu combination. Besides the square aspect from a debilitated Mars in Cancer upsetting the Saturn-Rahu combo, which is pretty intense by itself, there's also the fact that Venus, the Lord of Libra, where Saturn and Rahu are, is also debilitated.
Yeah, so this setup begs the question, how high could the oil prices go? Of course, we're referring to the fact that the more unstable Egypt becomes, the greater the worries are over the vital Suez Canal, one of the world's most important transshipment routes for oil tankers, due to its pivotal location right there next to the oil-rich Gulf states of Arabia.
Mars is fuels in general. Saturn is oil specifically. Rahu has resonance with opportunistic speculators. Venus is value, or what we know as worth. And Libra is the natural seventh house of partners and partnership, whose symbol itself, the balance scales, indicates trade.
Yep, this is astrologically potent for a mishap to put pressure on a commodity like crude oil. And when we remind ourselves that Mars is in the water sign Cancer, the issue of trade upon the water comes up. Also, let's remember that while Mars is sending forth its special fourth house aspect that influences Saturn, Saturn is likewise sending a special aspect to Mars through its 10th house aspect. Thus, the planet of oil, Saturn, is being attacked by Mars, while simultaneously the planet of fuels, Mars, is taking a hit from the planet of restrictions, Saturn. Okay, then on Sunday, September 1st, the moon enters Cancer. By combining forces with malevolent Mars, the moon will provide activation energy for events while it transits through Cancer Sunday through Tuesday next week. So mark that one on your calendar.
That pretty much wraps it up for this week's segment for what's upcoming here on astrologynewsreport.com.
Yep, so be sure to click in with us, and catch our next report next week. Till then,